Well, hello. How are you doing? I want to thank God for this opportunity, and I want to welcome you to Life is a University show. Thank you for tuning in. I am Tyrone Poole, and today's show is about the formula for ultimate success. That's right. There is a formula for ultimate success. Now, what is the purpose of Life is a University show? What is the purpose? Well, I understand that life is truly, my friends, a university. And there are principal classes that life offers us all. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how little money you have, how many cars you have. Life doesn't care about that. Life care about, what's the movie? Oh man, I just go into a moment where I can just get a movie. Life. We're talking about Life, right? The movie Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. And when I say life don't care anything about your cars and life don't care about how big your house is, how much money you have. Well, there's a scene in the movie Life with Eddie Murphy. And he says, the state of Mississippi don't care nothing about your meteorological assessments. The state of Mississippi cares about getting this ditch here dug before sundown. You got that, boy. That's a movie. That's a scene from the movie Life. But when I mentioned that life doesn't care anything about how much money you have, how many cars you have, how well you dress, life doesn't care about that. The only thing life cares about, these tests, those trials, and the temptations that we all must pass. And guess what? If you don't pass those tests, those trials and temptations, you're going to get repeat offender, right? Just like in class, right? Back in the day, some of us didn't pass a grade. What did you have to do? You have to go back and repeat that grade, right? So life is the same way. If you don't pass that test, that trial, that temptation, you get it an opportunity to go through it again. I promise you. And I am a firm believer that our experiences with these principal classes, the only difference that separates me from you and you from me is simply our experiences. And that, my friends, that is it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that separates me from you and you from me when we are going through these temptation trials and tests. And I believe that is 100% correct. And I believe what I'm about to say next is 100%. Statement is the difference between those who overcome and those that don't. It is 3 inches between the ears, people. That's right, 3 inches between the ears. That determines whether you win or you lose. It's how you think. It's how do you think? It's not about how smart you are, right? It's about how do you think when you get tested? How do you think when you get tried? How are you thinking when you're being tested in life? When you're being tempted, tried, how do you think? So this is why my purpose, praise God, as the host of Life is a University show is to give you principle-based information that will inspire you and motivate you mentally, spiritually, and physically so that you can overcome. That's right. Overcome and graduate Life University so you can move on to the next level of your potential. And we all got potential in us to be the best that we can be. We all got excellent in us. Now, after you get that victory, after you graduate and you're moving on to your next level of potential, some of you may think that's it. That's it. I'm done. I've passed that test. I passed that trial. I got over that temptation by the skin of my teeth. Man, it's time to rest. Do I need to pull out my Matumbo? No, 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 no. That's what life says. When you think it's all over, life says, no, 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 no. So you think it's over just because you won that battle, you won that test, you won that trial. Well, I'm here to let you know that your reward for winning, your reward for overcoming is that you have an opportunity to go to the next level where you will see a greater test, a greater trial, and a greater temptation, people. And that is life. And basically, we all going to keep repeating that circle until we are no longer breathing. That is only and that is when you don't have to worry about taking no more tests, no more trials, and no more temptations. And the last thing that I saw in the mirror and looking at myself right now and talking and hearing myself talk, I'm still alive, right? You're still alive because you're watching. So that means that you need to continue to fight, which is what this show is about. The formula for ultimate success. There's a fight for the formula to be successful, right? So continue to wake up every morning, continue to take on every day that was not promised, and continue to watch Life is a University, right? Because you guys help inspire me, and I hope that I inspire you. I hope that the advice that I give you helps you to overcome and really believe in yourself. Because at the end of the day, people, that's where the true formula lies. It lies inside of you. Again, I'm a movie buff, right? I'm a person, I look at movies and I'm always using movies as an example or a song. And I probably have used this movie before, but when I spoke just then, when I said the power is inside of you, right? Well, two things. There's a cartoon that back in the day I used to love to watch, and some of you probably have watched it. If you haven't, then you can Google it. Google knows everything, right? But the cartoon was called He-Man. And this day and age, hey, you can She-Woman, right? So He-Man, he would pull his sword out, right? And he would just hold it up and he would say, I have the power. And then he get his power, right? So She-Woman, right? Hey, any women out there, hey, pull your sword out. Your power is already in you. It's inside of you, right? It's inside of you. So you don't need to go looking for it nowhere else. Now, the other movie that I thought about when I just mentioned everything is inside of you, there's a movie that I love. It's kind of like a comedy drama, I guess, / drama. The movie is called The Last Dragon. And when I say some of these scenes, some of you will be like, oh, yes, I remember that movie, man. That was a classic. But The Last Dragon, you had Sho'nuff, right? Sho'nuff, he come in with his little group. He says, who's the baddest? And his group say, Sho'nuff. Who's the meanest? Sho'nuff. Who's the toughest mofo out? Sho'nuff. So, you had Bruce Leroy, Leroy, they call him Bruce Leroy because he's supposed to be the master, right, in his neighborhood. But he didn't believe in himself. So he was searching for the master, right? So again, I'm just talking about everything that you would need to be successful is already in you, people. It's already in you. It's in here. So Leroy was talking to his quote unquote teacher, and his teacher told him, he says, because Leroy was looking for the master. And his teacher was trying to tell him that the master was already inside of him. But of course, he didn't believe it. So his master told him, he said, there is one place that you have not looked, and it is there that you will find the real master. So, Leroy confused. He's like, what is he talking about? So anyways, long story short, I'm just saying it's a great movie. But at the end, he found out where the true master was, and the true master was inside of him. And guess what? That master was discovered when he was going through adversity. That's usually when we find out who we truly are, when we're going through adversity. And that is when Leroy, when he was fighting Sho'nuff, and Sho'nuff was giving him the business, man. He dunking his head in the water, picking it back up. Who's the master? He duck his head in the water again. Then he like, He pulled him up for the last time. He says, now, who is the master? And then Leroy looked at him. He said, I am. Woo! Man, I get to chill there. Think about that part of the movie right there. So at the end of the day, people just keep watching Life is a University show hosted by yours truly so I can keep you inspired, keep you motivated, and keep you informed on how to pass these classes that Life University offers us all, because I got the study guides. And of course, I'm going to go through this real quick because I didn't plan on having a show, but I just felt like I had to come on here. But I want to remind you guys, if you have not gotten the book, Ultimate Success in the Game of Life, please, please, please go to TyronePoole38.com and please get your book. It's not about me, but you're helping me to be able to help other people. And that's real talk. And plus the book comes personally signed. Now I could tell people to go to Amazon. The book is on all platforms. But the reason why I don't do that, people, is because when you go buy the book online from another bookstore, they get the publishing company and I have cut a deal, and the publishing company get their percentage, and then I get my little percentage. So when you buy it directly from me, then just like anybody who knows about selling things, you cut out the middleman and you go directly to help me and to help everybody else that I'm helping. So go to TyronePoole38.com, get your Ultimate Success in the Game of Life book. Plus it comes signed. The next thing is, guys, please check out Work That Thing supplements. Man, look here. Work That Thing is taking off, people. It's taking off, man. And this is something else for anybody out there. Listen to what I'm about to say. Anybody out there, man, look here. You got a business inside of you. You have a business inside of you. How do I know that? I'm looking here. You're living, number one. Number two, I'm going to tell you about Work That Thing supplements. Work That Thing supplements started out with just a name. It was just Work That Thing. Everything that is successful that we see in this world, it started off with an idea, people. And all of you got ideas right here. You just got to believe in yourself, right? You got to believe in yourself and go out there and do it. And that's what we did. We created Work That Thing supplements. The slogan is, your body is your business. It's all about the E, people. Whatever your thing is, Work That Thing is all about the E. And we've taken that thing to the next level, and we've created a mantra. What is it about? What is it? Who is it? What do we do? Work that thing. What is it about? It's all about the E. Effort, energy, efficiency. I love it, man. I love it. But it's all started with an idea. What we do, we work that thing. What is it about? It's about the E. Effort. Whatever you're going to be in this world, you got to put effort. Energy. You got to encourage your own self. So go to workthatthing.com. Check out the supplements, people. Just give us an opportunity. That's all I ask. Help us grow the business, because we're trying to do something positive. We're trying to help people. This ain't about me. It's about God using me, using the resources, the ideas, because for 22 plus years, my body was my business and it's still my business. I keep myself in shape. And I want to help you guys be in shape mentally and physically. So go to workthatthing.com. All right. Check us out. Give us an opportunity. All right. Keynote speaker. You're looking for a keynote speaker? Look no further. I am he. I am he. So if you got a corporate event, workshop, college programs, youth empowerment programs, churches, the principles work for everybody. Right. So go to bookings at TyronePoole.com, or just go to TyronePoole38.com and check out everything. All right. So I want to give shouts out to all those who are watching on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, Facebook. Man, thank you guys for tuning in. I am so appreciative. Thank you. Thank you. I pray that God is blessing you and your family right now, and you're in peace, love, and joy. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, people, because teamwork makes the dream work, right? Work that thing with us, or watch us work that thing, because we're going to work that thing. We're going to grow. We're going to grow. So you either grow with us or you sit and watch us grow. But God has given us a promise, a purpose, a roadmap, and we're going to follow it, right? And I'm telling you, it's growing. So, man, let's jump into it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk about this thing called the formula for ultimate success. So today I want to talk about the fight. The fight. Yeah, that's right. That's why I got my boxing ring, right? I'm like, it's a fight. It's a fight. Success. There is always a fight before the fight for ultimate success. So if any of you want ultimate success, this is the show for you. This show is going to motivate, inspire, but most importantly, it's going to inform you on what you need to understand. So today's show is called the formula for ultimate success. The formula for ultimate success. Now, there is a fight. There is a fight before the fight. In order to achieve success, people, there are principles and patterns and procedures that must be followed. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you want to be successful, you have to follow principles. You can't break them. You can't take shortcuts. You know how back in the day, we would cut across, at least I know I did, I would cut across somebody's yard, right? To try to get to the other side of the street faster or whatever, right? It's a shortcut, right? I'm trespassing, right? Now, if you follow principles, you can't shortcut principles, right? If you shortcut principles, you're not going to have ultimate success. You may have some type of success, but you're not going to have ultimate success, right? Because there are principles and patterns and procedures that must be followed and applied in order to advance to the next level or to get to success. And I'm just telling you, after you win and you keep on winning, the fight's going to get tougher and tougher and tougher because people don't want to see you win. That's why it's a fight. It's a fight every time you go to a new level. You have to fight the people where you were. And then when you get to where you're going, you got to fight people there. And sometimes it's not people, it's places, it's things, it's tests, it's trials, it's temptations, right? But there are principles, there are patterns, procedures that if you follow them, you will always make it. People can't stop you. Places can't hold you back. Things can't put any obstacles in your way. Give you guys an example of a principle, patterns, right? You got preschool, you got kindergarten, then it goes through, you go through the first grade, and then you go from first, second, third, all the way to high school. Now you're in college, right? See, that is a pattern. That is a pattern that you must follow. If you're trying to get to college and you're in the first grade, there are no shortcuts. You have to follow the pattern. The procedures. You got to go first grade, second grade, middle school, high school, then you get to college. It's the same thing with the numbering system, people. It's principles, it's patterns, it's procedures. The numbering system, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? That is the basis. That is the principle that if you don't know 0 through 9, if you can't count 0 through 9, there's no way you're going to go any higher. Because 0 through 9 is the principle, pattern, procedures that everything else must follow. Okay, what do I mean by that? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to a new level, but there are principles and patterns and procedures that you cannot shortcut. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. So if you want to have success, you got to follow the principles. You got to know the patterns. You got to know the procedures. Here's another example. How about algebra? A show of hands right now. If I said, well, I'm going to ask the question. Not if I say it, I'm going to say it. Anybody out there, have you taken algebra before? Okay. All right. Some of you have taken algebra, right? What is the principal thing that you must know in order to successfully pass algebra? What must you know? Principles, formulas, pattern, formulas. You got to know the formula. If you do not know the formula, I don't care how strong, how big, what type of clothes you wear, you're going to fail that test because you don't know the formulas. So this is what the key, like I said, the key to success is understanding the formula. So today I'm going to give you what I believe is the formula that will help you overcome the fight before the fight for ultimate success in life, people. Yes, I'm going to give you the formula that will help you fight and win the fight before the fight for ultimate success in your life, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, right? Because whatever your thing is, you got to work that thing. And it's all about the E. But today is going to be all about the formula, right? Effective formula, an efficient formula, a formula that gives you so much energy that you cannot be stopped, that you can encourage yourself. All right. This formula is going to give you the ability to take off like a plane. You're going to take off like a plane from point A, where you are, and arrive at point B, where you want to be, what you want to become. This formula will help you handle the roller coaster rise. The life is about ups and downs. It's about ups and downs, but this formula will help you handle the roller coaster rise, the highs and the lows of this world system, people. Now, before we even get going, we got to understand what life is. What is the definition for life? What is the definition for life? Well, I looked it up, right? Dictionary.com. And it says that the condition, the definition of life is the condition that human beings, through growth, reproduction, functional activities, and continual change, preceding death. Now, preceding death, all this happens before death. That is what life is considered. Life is the condition that human beings, through growth, reproduction, functional activities, continual change, preceding death. That's the definition of life. So life, again, I believe, is just sustaining. You got to sustain the lows and the highs, right? You got to sustain those lows and the highs. So I've always said this as well, because sometimes I'm going to use a sports as an example. I believe that sports operates in the same way. You know, just as I gave you the example of the numbering system, as I gave you the example of first, second, third, fourth grade, there's procedures and patterns that we had to follow as a professional athlete in order to be successful on that level and then get to the next level of winning a championship. So I'm going to give you guys seven, I believe, principal formulas that will help you achieve ultimate success in life. That I believe that if you do them, if you do these formulas, you will drastically increase your chances for success. Now, before you can start utilizing these 7 formulas, again, I'm just talking to you from experience, right? And a lot of you going to be like, Tyrone, I already agree with you, but I know I'm going to agree with you as you go on with this. And for those who are still scratching your head, well, you ought to be happy you watched this show. Okay, so before you can start utilizing the 7 formulas, you first have to know what you want to do in life. You got to know what career you're trying to pursue. Are you trying to be a doctor? You trying to be a lawyer? What is that thing you're trying to work? What is that thing you're trying to work? You trying to be a politician? Are you trying to be a president of a country or your company? Are you trying to be a parent? Well, people, no matter what you do, there is a system that goes with that. If you try to be a parent, there's a system. If you try to be a doctor, there's a system. You try to be an athlete, there's a system. And most people failure to achieve ultimate success begins right there. Meaning they don't know the rules that govern the choice of the career that they want. Give an example. I being an athlete, right? I was a football player. Now, baseball, basketball, football, all are played with a ball. They all are sports. But, everybody say but they operate by different rules. That's what I mean. Most of us, we cancel ourselves out because we don't understand the rules. We're still trying to play basketball with football rules. They can't tell me what to do. I've been playing sports all my life. Yeah, that's true. But you were playing basketball. Now you're trying to play soccer. So all that stuff you learned about basketball, you got to unlearn it. And you got to learn the rules for soccer. That's why you got fired. That's why they pulled you over. It ain't about your skin color, your pigmentation. No, you failed to understand the rules. That's why you didn't have success like you wanted to. Now, I know, granted, there could be some other things. I understand that. But for the most part, I believe if we understand the rules, how can you lose? So you also got to understand that there's a system. So the system, right? What I'm trying to achieve. The system, the definition of a system is a set of connected things or parts forming a complex whole, in particularly a set of principles or procedures according to which something is done. An organized scheme or method. Again, we're talking about basketball, sports. Again, I'm using sports, basketball, football. All these operate by a system. Being a politician, it operates by a system. Being a doctor, it operates by a system. Staying married operates by a system. And if you don't function to that right system, if you try to bring another system into your marriage, you're gonna get fired, which is usually called a divorce. If you're an athlete and you try to operate by a different set of rules in that system, you're going to get cut. So again, people, I believe most people failures start right there, right? They don't understand the system. They don't understand the rules to the system. So the first formula that you got to know if you want to gain ultimate success in life, right? If you want to have ultimate success, the first formula you got to understand is you got to understand the formula of sacrifice. Sacrifice. You guys need to write this down. Sacrifice. I'm gonna go a little bit longer today. This show may be another 30 minutes because I really want you guys to get this. The first formula is sacrifice. Sacrifice basically is a loss or something you give up. Usually you're giving it up for the sake of something better, right? Sacrifice. Now, when I look at myself when I was in college, I'm telling you, I sacrificed a whole lot. And anybody who went to college with me at Fort Valley State, they would say, man, Tyrone, we rarely saw him at parties. And when we did, he didn't close the party down. He left. I left and I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go somewhere and work out. So I sacrificed having fun in college because I was trying to pursue my career in sports. I sacrificed going home to see my mom and dad. And that's real sacrifice, right? So my question to you, what are you willing to sacrifice for ultimate success? Right? What are you willing to sacrifice? Now, I know a lot of you saying, man, I wouldn't sacrifice my family. I wouldn't sacrifice having fun. No, not me. Again, the type of success that you're talking about achieving, that's not the type of success I'm talking about. I'm talking about ultimate success. Ultimate success. So if you're not willing to sacrifice what you need to sacrifice, you're not going to get ultimate success. The next one, understand. You got to understand why. Why? Understand. Understand is simply defined as to perceive the meaning of something, to grasp an idea of that something, or to comprehend. Do you understand? What they say, what was that? Chris Rock, yeah. No, Chris Tucker in the movie, what's the movie? He was a Jackie Chan. Come on, people, what's the movie? Jackie Chan. But anyways, Chris Tucker told him, he said, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So again, if you want ultimate success in life, you got to understand why you're doing something, right? And I'm a firm believer that if you can't explain what you're doing to a 6-year-old, if you can't explain what you're doing to a 6-year-old, then you don't understand it yourself. Because if you understand what you're doing, you can explain that thing to a 6-year-old and they will understand. All right. The third formula that you got to have, right? The third formula that you got to have, you got to understand, and I didn't put it in here. It was supposed to be in here. We're going to add it in here real quick. It's live, people. So my third formula, all right, is right here. Make sure I got it spelled correctly. All right. The next one is confrontation, people. Confrontation, right? That is my third formula for ultimate success in life, right? If you can't handle confrontation, if you cannot handle confrontation, you won't get ultimate success. Because remember, I said it's a fight before the fight. Confrontation just simply means a hostile or argumentative meeting or situation between opposing parties. Now, check this out. That opposing party doesn't necessarily has to be a person, a place, or a thing. Outside, right? You don't have to be friends, family. Sometimes that opposing party is the person you look at every day in the mirror. Some of us have had confrontations with ourselves, that we have talked ourselves out of doing something that we know very well we wanted to do. We talk negatively to ourselves. You're fighting with yourself. I've been there. I've been fighting with myself. Should I do this? Should I not? What if this happened? What if that happened? Confrontation within myself. But majority of our confrontation is going to come from outside. People, places, and things. So you got to be able to handle argumentative, hostile meetings, situations between opposing parties. And this is also where I say this is your make or break moment to gain ultimate success. This is what I call hump day. You know how like during the week, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday is hump day, which means, man, I'm on the top and I'm getting ready to go over. So it's easy from here on out. So I feel like if you can overcome confrontation, which is the third formula for ultimate success, if you can overcome confrontation, you got it made. You got it made. You can handle anything. And I'm telling you, when you're able to overcome confrontation, man, you can't be stopped. You can't be stopped. All right. So my next one is the next formula. The fourth one is commitment. Commitment, people. Commitment basically is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause. Are you dedicated? Are you committed to having ultimate success? A lot of people say they are. A lot of people say they want ultimate success. But man, after the confrontation, again, the commitment, it has to stay there. It has to stay there. So are you committed? When things get tough, do you stay committed? Again, the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause. Now, when I look back on my years in college, I'm telling you, I was committed. I was committed to fitness. Just like right now, I'm committed to fitness. I'm committed to fitness. I was committed to working out when I was in college. It didn't matter whether it was cold outside, when everybody else was saying, man, it's too cold outside, T-Pool. Man, let's do it tomorrow. I'm like, man, you know what? Well, I see you tomorrow, but I'm going out here today. Whether it was raining, right? I didn't go out there when it was like coming down like cats and dogs, but there were times when I'm out there working out in the rain, right? Or if it was raining hard, I'll wait until it stopped. Then I go out there. Maybe it was hot outside, so hot outside that the meteorologist said, hey, we warn people not to go outside. I went outside anyways, people, because I was committed. I was committed, and I said there was nothing that was going to stop me. I was committed because I had overcome so much confrontation. I had overcome so much confrontation because I understood why I was sacrificing. And I was sacrificing because I wanted ultimate success in life, people. So my question to you, are you committed? Only you can answer that. Now, my next formula for ultimate success, to get ultimate success, is efficient. Now, I love this one here. I love it. Again, it's all about the E, right? Work that thing. It's all about the E. Efficient. If you want ultimate success in life, whatever it is that you want to do, you got to be efficient. Now, what is efficient? What is efficiency? Efficient basically is saying, the definition is achieving maximum. Check this out. Efficient means achieving maximum productivity with minimum wasted effort or expense. That is efficient, people. Give an example. A track runner. I ran track. I love track. If you want to run fast, your technique got to be efficient. And any track athlete knows what I'm talking about. You can't be running with your arms going all across your body. That's wasted effort. Wasted effort. This is efficient. You're cutting the wind. You're not fighting your body, because every time I throw my arm this way, I got to use energy to throw it this way, but I got to use energy to pull it back. Then I got to use energy to throw it here, pull it back. But when you go back and forth, it's efficient. It's efficient. Also, aerodynamics. So again, you got to be efficient, people. You got to be efficient, right? If you want ultimate success. My next formula, if you want ultimate success in life, you got to be stable. You got to be stable. Now, this type of stability that I'm talking about, listen up. But the definition for stable is an object or structure not likely to give way or overturn. It's firmly fixed. Now, the type of stability that I'm talking about when you want ultimate success, again, ultimate success. I'm not talking about no regular success, ultimate success. And whatever it is, you're trying to work that thing in. When I say stable, I'm talking about emotional stability. Emotional stability, people. Can you handle the truth? As Jack Nicholson would say, you can handle the truth. But another professor said, yes, I can. But at the end of the day, people, you got to have emotional stability when you're trying to go for ultimate success, because people are going to talk about you. Sometimes people are going to say stuff that you know is a lie. But because they are trying to stop you right here, that is where the battle is won or lost, right here. That's why I said emotional stability. As you go up that ladder, As you go to ultimate success, you got to have emotional stability, mental stability. And I'm telling you, using football as an example again in my life, I can't tell you how many times I had to stay emotional stable during the ups and downs of my football career. There were times when I got injured, and emotionally, I'm like, oh my goodness, they're going to cut me. They're going to release me. I'm getting all emotional, right? That's why you see some of the athletes and football players, when they get injured, they trying to get back on the field before they're truly healed. Because emotionally, they like, okay, man, if I don't get back on the field, they got this young guy. They just drafted this young guy. So even though I know my knee is not healthy, let me get back out there. So again, you got to stay stable. You got to stay stable regardless of the situation, right? You got to stay stable. And my last formula, my last principle formula to give you ultimate success in whatever it is in life you're trying to do, you got to be spirited. Woo! Can I pull my Ric Flair out? Can I pull my woo? I had to do it. Can I get a combination of Ric Flair and the Nutty Professor? Can we do that? Ric Flair and the Nutty Professor? Woo! Yes, I can. But spirited, people, spirited. Spirited just simply means full of energy. Full of energy, enthusiasm, and determination, man. Nothing like the song back in the 70s, ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. Man, when you're on the move, that means you spirited. You full of energy, because you can't be on the move when you low in energy, when you're not spirited, when you don't have no enthusiasm, and when you're not determined. So, number 7, you got to be spirited, people. Now, what I'm going to do to sum all this up, and we're going to do a little, we're going to come together at the end. I'm going to pump you guys up before I close this show out. But before I do that, I'm going to paint you guys a story. Utilizing sports. Remember earlier I said sports is a great metaphor for life, and I'll be using sports as an example. So here's my example with sports, right? I just gave you guys seven proven principle formulas that will help you gain ultimate success. Not just success, ultimate success in whatever it is you desire to do. Now, I'm going to use football as an example. I'm going to use the offensive side, even though I play defense, right? I did play offense in high school, right? So I got a little bit of love for offense. But I'm going to use offense in this example of the 7 principles I just used. Now, do you know why those athletes are jumping up and down, back bumping, high-fiving? Because they just scored a touchdown, right? They're all spirited at that moment. They're spirited. They're full of energy, enthusiasm, because they just scored a touchdown. Well, they scored that touchdown because on that drive, during that drive, all 11 of those players stayed stable emotionally. Did nobody get a penalty thrown on them because somebody took a cheap shot? They didn't jump off sides. They stayed stable during that drive. And each person was efficient. They were efficient in how they blocked, how the quarterback dropped back and he threw the ball, how he handed the ball off to the running back and the running back ran through the gaps, or the wide receiver running his routes, turning around, catching the ball. Everybody was efficient. They ran the right depth. They made the right block because each of them were committed. They were committed to the play that quarterback called, that quarterback got from the sideline. Each person was committed to that call. Even though they had people like me, 11 other people on the other side who said, no. You're not going to score on us, Jack. we were their confrontation. We were the confrontation. We tried to stop the offense. We got hostile with the offense. But each person on that offense was not denied because they understood. They understood their purpose. And their purpose was to get that ball into the end zone. And each person on that offense was willing to sacrifice so that whoever was going to get the ball could get the ball and maximize for the team. Because the team understood the rules, the principles, and the procedures of the game that they were playing, because they wanted ultimate success, which was to get that touchdown. So again, people, just like in a jury, just like in a courtroom, you have just heard the 7 principal formulas for ultimate success in life. My question to you, jury, are you okay with the fight? Are you okay with the fight? So for all those who are watching right now, I want you to say, I am okay with the fight. I'm going to ask you the question again. And you say, I am okay with the fight. The question is, are you okay with the fight? You say, I am okay with the fight. Are you okay with the fight? I am okay with the fight. Are you okay with the fight for ultimate success in your life? I am okay, Tyrone, with the fight for ultimate success in my life. So, until next time, people, I want to thank you guys for watching Life is a University. I pray that you prosper in everything and be in health just as your soul prospers. If today's message was helpful in any kind of way, people, any kind of way, please email us. Email us and share your thoughts. Give us some topics, some things that you want us to try to cover. Because at the end of the day, we want everybody to graduate and overcome temptation, trials, and tests, the 3 basic classes that Life University offers us all. We want everybody to overcome. So if you have any thoughts, you want to share any of your thoughts about anything that we've done, go to info@lifeisauniversity.com. info@lifeisauniversity.com, where our mantra is work that thing with us or watch us work that thing. Let's hit it one more time. What we do, we work that thing. What is it about? It's all about the E. Energy, effort, efficiency. WTT 100, people. I'm out of here. Peace.